Hey, welcome to the channel. I'm Kanisha. Today I'm going to be talking about Warrior Nun Season 1, Episode 3. So this entire episode, Ava is essentially held captive at the church and forced into training, forced into learning about the order and about the Halo and its powers and Divinium and all of that. So she starts her training out with Lilith, which, I guess makes sense considering, well, if we assume that Lilith was to be next in line to get the Halo, then stands to reason to me that she's probably the best skilled, probably at combat, she wouldn't have been able to practice with her powers. So she's probably just the best fighter that they have and the best equipped to train Ava. But I don't trust her. I've said this a few times in other videos, but I still think that Lilith is involved with Shannon's death. I think she did it to speed up the process of becoming the next Halo bearer. So, I feel bad for Ava because she has no idea about what's going on with Lilith and her intentions. And Lilith is out to get her. And the good thing is that Ava can sort of protect herself. She's not totally in control of her powers, but if Lilith was ever to try and knock her out and take the Halo by force, I feel like Ava could stand a chance against her. And that's still something that I wish we would see. I think it would be interesting to see whether or not the Halo could actually be taken out of Ava. I thought they were gonna make an attempt at least. I thought maybe Father Vincent, I was kind of leaning towards Father Vincent being okay with letting Ava keep the Halo, but I think it would have been really interesting to see them try to remove it anyway and the Halo stay put. But anyways, she's gonna keep it for now, seemingly. I'm only 3 episodes in, but feels like she's gonna keep it. And Lilith is kind of just gonna have to deal with it. But I don't expect her to, be nice about it or cordial or anything like that. And it seems like Lilith is also begrudgingly training Ava. Nobody in the order, nobody, at that church seems to want to give Ava a chance to see what she can do with the Halo. She doesn't seem to she doesn't want to be fighting demons. That becomes clear later on. But I'm having a hard time with everybody in the church, not having any faith in her. Especially considering she came back from the dead. That's not a thing that happens a lot. So everybody knows she was a dead girl, and then the surgeon put the Halo in her, and now she's got these powers. It doesn't make sense to me how these people of faith have none for Ava or none for God, which is the being that made this all happen for Ava. So that irks me. But I guess as far as the story goes, their apprehension kind of makes sense. I guess, if I'm gonna be generous about a different perspective. But I just can't imagine how the Mother Superion or Lilith or the Cardinal even, they see this girl who was dead and is not dead, and they still don't think she's special. And Mother Superion, I think, told Father Vincent that it's an aberration, what happened to Ava. It's like, come on. I'm like I'm frustrated and irked by their reactions to this. But I guess like the story needs Ava to be doubted, so guess you just gotta go with it. Also with Lilith training Ava alongside, or I guess under the supervision of Mother Superion, we learned that the halo the halo is an amplifier, so her emotions need to be in check. And we learned that there are some powers that are unique to each individual halo bearer, and we see that Ava has like some kind of ghost powers, like going through walls. She has strength, super healing, and like kind of invulnerability, I think. So I'm thinking that those powers are somehow related to the car accident she had, and I think it's maybe the halo trying to not really overcorrect, but like stack up or protect her, like from the previous trauma that she suffered. So I wonder if there's gonna be anything else like specific to what happened in that accident, or even if we'll learn exactly how it went down. Probably won't. It's probably not that important, really. But I do feel like her powers are distinct because of the car accident she suffered, and maybe we'll find out what kind of powers Shannon had. I didn't really expect that Shannon would still be a part of the story by this time. In episode 1, I kind of thought Shannon would be gone and kind of left behind, but maybe we'll still get in a little bit of Shannon. So maybe we'll get some flashbacks about what she went through or the powers she discovered, and see how they're distinct from Ava. That'd be cool for me, at least. I mean, I think so, but yeah. So Ava and Lilith do another special, or they have a special training session inside that room. I think they said it was like covered with osmium, which somehow dampens the halo's energy or radiation, whatever it is. And then kind of played a very cruel, like not even a joke, but just a cruel prank on Ava. And I feel bad for Ava. Like, she's going through all this stuff. She never asked for this. She kind of mentioned that a little later, in reference to Aurelia. Yeah. So she sort of mentioned that maybe Aurelia also didn't want any of this. But she's in it now. And if she rejects it, she will probably end up dying again. So yeah, I get that she probably feels stuck in this situation. But that's a tangent. Anyways, I was trying to go to the training. So Ava and Lilith are doing this training. Ava runs out with her powers, and she has a very difficult conversation with Mother S, I think I'm gonna call her. And she she mentions Ava's files from the orphanage, and she is under the impression that Ava killed herself. And if you watch my previous videos, you know that I'm calling bullshit on that. I still believe that Sister Frances killed Ava. There is no part of me that believes Ava killed herself. And when Mother S brings this on her, Ava looks like in disbelief. I feel like the signs are so obvious that she was killed. And I hope that the show isn't gonna try later on in the season to, I don't know, make a big reveal, because it's not gonna be surprising to me. It just seems so obvious. But also, Mother S mentioned that Ava's family abandoned her. I thought they died in a crash. So that was new information that I could believe. So maybe they did, but I thought in the first episode, I thought Sister Frances was telling Father Vincent that Ava didn't really have a father that was in the picture, and that her mother died in the crash. So maybe I'm remembering that totally wrong, but that's when I first heard that information from Mother S. I thought I didn't think it made sense, but okay, maybe I got it wrong before, so maybe that'll come up in a later episode, that maybe we'll learn some more information about her parents. I don't think she had any siblings, but I could totally be wrong about that too. But yeah, I am looking forward to seeing more about her history and how or why she has been given this incredible gift to not be dead anymore. So yeah, I wonder if that had anything to do with family history. And I think I said for episode 1, or in the video about episode 1, I think I mentioned a theory that maybe her parents were angels. So I mean, maybe that's still possible, but I don't know. I am looking forward to seeing what's up with Ava's backstory, what's up with her family history. So I hope we get that at some point this season. In this episode, we also see Ava and Beatrice get more friendly. I know that Ava and Beatrice is a ship. I don't know if it's actually canon, because I saw it on Twitter, and I see a bunch of Supercorp tweets and hashtags and all that, so maybe they're not, but I'm kind of expecting them to get together. There's hints of it if it does happen, so could be. I really don't know if they do, just because of Twitter. I'm not certain. It'd be cool if they did. And it, the hints, the breadcrumbs, I think they're building up. So, alright. And it's also nice that Ava actually has someone to talk to, and is not just going to be ostracized for the rest of her time at the church. Lilith is absolutely not going to be her friend. And then we saw her at lunchtime or dinner time or whatever. She goes to sit down and 2 nuns get up and leave. Come on. And then Ava mentioned something about middle school. It's yeah, that's totally absurd that this is happening, but fine. It's a TV show, so okay. Alright. I guess I'll let it go, but it's ridiculous. We also see that Mary gets some more information out of McCready. So according to him, he doesn't think that Arctech had anything to do with the shit show that happened down at the docks or the port, whatever. I think I'm with him. In the previous in the previous episode, it kind of seemed like Arctic was involved in the attack on the Order of the Cruciform Sword. That is a mouthful. But yeah, so it seemed like Arctic might have been involved, but in this episode, I guess they're not. I guess they were really adamant about getting whatever package they wanted. According to McCready, I guess they, were gonna pay a lot of money for its delivery. So if it's not Arctic, and it's not whatever crew McCready, it's not whatever crew McCready had, that leaves me, I got a few questions. Like, who knew that the Order was going to be there? I think the only answer to that is the church. And, who knew that Shannon would be there? The church. Who had access to Divinium? The church. The Divinium is the church's secret, and it's sacred, and it's, not out for the public to get. So seems like someone involved in the church also could have supplied the Divinium that was in the bomb. It's just all signs point to Lilith to me. It's just there aren't really any other suspects for who could have wanted to target Shannon and why. I don't think it was the Taras. They're not gonna. I'm only 3 episodes in, but I still don't think the demons from hell are gonna organize a human weapon to to kill the Halo bearer. So nah, it's Lilith. Honestly, it would be a bigger twist if it wasn't Lilith, and it would be an even more bigger or even larger twist if it wasn't even someone involved in the church. All signs seem to point towards someone in the church being involved with targeting Shannon. It's it's gotta be Lilith. Yeah, so I still think she's guilty. That's not gonna change, probably. I do, if it is Lilith, I can't wait to see the scene where Mary confronts her. I just think that'll be just perfect cinema. Yeah, it'll be great to see. So I've been getting a few vibes that Shannon and Mary were more than friends. Am I reading this wrong? Am I seeing something that's not there? In the first episode, after they bring in Shannon and they're gonna remove the halo from her, I just thought it was very intimate the way Mary was holding Shannon as she was giving her dying words. I just thought, I don't think I would ever be that close to a friend who is dying. I'm so against being near dead people. At a funeral, I've had to go to a few of those, as we all have, and I don't want to be anywhere near the casket. Some people are just kind of all up in it, and I really don't want to be near dead people. Ugh. But with Mary and Shannon, it just feels like this is more. It just feels more than friendly, and maybe. Oh my God, I am sweating so much. But yeah, it just feels like it just feels like more. And then in this episode, we see Shannon's room, and we see one single picture, which is of her and Mary. And I wouldn't have thought that they might have been in a relationship or dating if Shannon had pictures of the other nuns that we know, Beatrice, Camilla, Lilith. I don't think she'll have pictures of Lilith because I think Lilith did her dirty and they're not friends for real, but she could have been in pictures too. But just the fact that it was just that one picture of Shannon and Mary that like the audience gets to see just feels like, okay, are they like really hinting or implying this? Or am I seeing something? Am I connecting dots that don't exist? I don't know. I feel like they were together, but Mary also keeps saying her friend was killed to everybody that she's, interrogating. I don't know. Maybe I got it wrong, but it's like maybe I'm not wrong. I don't know. I'm sure the show will give more clarity. So, but it's something I've been thinking about, since the first. It's something I've been thinking about in these first 3 episodes, at least. Okay, one of the last things I wanted to mention was the very end of this episode. We see that Ava is with Father Vincent and they're doing more, I guess, training or, I don't know, lessons about the order. And Ava just runs away again. Like she, escapes. And she writes the note, "I want to live." So she wants to live, but not for the church. Like she had that confrontation with Mother S about killing herself, and she ran away from Lilith. She ran away from danger when she was training with Lilith, but nonetheless, she ran away. She's untrained, so okay, whatever. That's not her fault, I don't think. But yeah, she runs away and is confronted by Mother S, and she gives her all that stuff about you killed yourself, these girls rely on you, we need trust, and all that kind of stuff. And then I'm still trying to figure out if the note she leaves is at all in referencing that conversation with Mother S. I mean, because I also remember that in episode 1, Diego, he mentions to Ava to stay away from whoever did this to you and live your life. So I don't know if it's that's coming back around, or maybe it's all together, like the episode 1 with Diego, maybe the conversation with Mother S about she's supposedly killing herself. I guess it's all intertwined and all taken into account by Ava. But I mean, for me, I'm concerned that she's obviously gonna go off. She doesn't have the vest on that's supposed to conceal the halo from the demons, and so she's just gonna go out and maybe try to party with JC and everybody, and then the Taras is gonna run up on her, and it's gonna be a difficult time. But I do like seeing this sort of change with Ava, and maybe change isn't the best way to describe it, but I do okay, so far Ava, things have just been happening to her. She was brought back to life, she has superpowers, she was kidnapped by the Catholic Church, and held prisoner, essentially. So there are all these things that are seemingly out of her control, and now it's like she's taking back control. Despite her removing the vest, which is, supposed to protect her, and she still is untrained. She still doesn't know how to use her powers. So it's gonna be she's gonna have a rough time, I think, on her own, away from the church. But I do like this sort of turn for her. She is being more assertive, might not be right either, but she's more involved in her own story, more less passive. So this is a nice new direction, I guess, for her, and I am looking forward to seeing how this sort of move is going to carry her through to being a warrior nun. Because the show, I know it's 2 seasons, and I believe that there is going to be some movies after this, so there's going to be a lot more story to tell. And I know for sure that Ava is going to come back to the church and I guess be who all her predecessors were like. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this sort of shift for her is gonna carry her, and how she's gonna make decisions in the future. So yeah, but I'm worried about her. I think it's a certainty that the Taurus is gonna find her because she's unprotected, and I just wonder, is it gonna be will she fight the Taurus on her own, or is the church gonna have to come and find her and rescue her? I doubt that, but it's still a thing that could happen. And I also got some answers to some previous questions I asked. I thought that the halo originally belonged to Ava, but we learned that it was Adriel's halo that he gave to Arella. I hope I got that right. So yeah, that's one question answered. And what else? There was something else. Oh, I thought in episode 1 that the sort of flashes that were happening while Ava was being resurrected, I thought that was somehow of Ava from a previous life, but we do learn that it was actually the first halo bearer, Arella. So yeah, I thought it might have been either Ava or Ava's mom, but not the case. So cool, getting some questions answered. That's nice. I hope many more will get answered, and I expect it to. So I'm not worried about it. I think what I'm most excited about for next episode is seeing when the Taurus is gonna run up on Ava. I think it's absolutely inevitable, and I expect it to happen in the next episode. I don't think Ava is gonna get away with sort of being alone and being unprotected. I don't think it's gonna span more than one episode. So yeah, I think the Taurus is coming for her soon in the next episode, and I wonder, is she gonna be alone when it happens? Is she gonna be with her friends? Is she gonna be at Artec with the doctor? Because the doctor kind of wants to kidnap her too, it seems like. So yeah, I think it would be really interesting if all parties were there when the Taurus shows up. it would be interesting to see how the doctor could, I don't know, kind of spiral out from seeing this creature, like this demonic creature. I think JC and his friends will there will be some tension between JC and his friends and Ava if they see her fighting this beast. So maybe they won't want to be her friends anymore. I hope they all survive. If it does happen that they all see this beast or Trask, whatever. So yeah, I'm just really looking forward to seeing how it all goes down. I bet it'll be great. I think it'll be like very dramatic. A lot of consequences are probably going to stem from kind of this encounter. So looking forward to it. And this episode was titled Ephesians chapter 6 verse 11. I really like looking up the episode titles and sort of seeing how they apply to the episode and even to the, story at large. But for this one, Ephesians 6:11, it says, "Put on the whole armor of God, so that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil." I think that's pretty ominous and pretty clear about how that relates to this episode. Like, it sounds like a warning. Like, now that Ava has abandoned the church, she's rejected the vest, rejected the armor, and now she's gonna be in a lot of danger. And she's gonna see very quickly how very real and very dangerous the situation she's gotten herself into, or situation she was put into, I guess, to be more accurate. But yeah, she runs away. She's untrained. She doesn't know how to use her powers. Father Vincent told her she would be dangerous if she doesn't get a handle on her powers, and she's just out in the open. So now she's gonna learn the hard way that this, demon fighting stuff is it's serious. So I think I mentioned in a previous video that I was afraid for JC and his friends because I thought they were gonna be in danger and maybe possessed by a demon. It seems like that possibility is still out there, considering Ava is going to be attracting a Trask, and I'm certain she's going to be on the lookout to meet up with her friends and be with them again. Yeah, so it seems like JC and co are still in danger, unfortunately. Yeah, okay. I think that's about it for this video. I think the last thing, okay, question for you. Let me know in the comments. When Mother Superion told Ava that she killed herself, did you believe her? I'm pretty sure I'm on record for not believing it for a second, but did you think she was telling the truth? Let me know in the comments down below. I feel like Ava getting murdered, it's so obvious, but again, I'm only 3 episodes in, so I could be absolutely wrong. And man, I'm gonna feel like an idiot if it's not Sister Francis, but ooh, it really feels like it. But let me know in the comments. Did you believe Mother S? Did you believe that Ava killed herself? Let me know. Looking forward to it. Alright, so that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Bye. I hope you enjoyed this video. Before you go, I want to let you know that you don't have to wait a week to hear my thoughts on the next episode. You can click the link in the description and get access to watch my next video right now. I'm sure future me has great thoughts about the next episode, probably insightful and very witty. So don't wait. Click the link below to watch it now. I'll see you there.